and welcome to First Chapter Fridays. Today we're going to do The Pinballs by Betsy Byars. It's a little bit of an older, like middle grade, maybe 5th grade or older book, but it says ages 10 and up, so some 4th graders might enjoy this too, but it's really more for like older kids at our school. I'm going to read the synopsis first. What else is on your bad things list? Carly urged. Nothing. I've just got the appendectomy so far. Well, write down 2 broken legs, Carly suggested. I wouldn't exactly call them the fun event of the year. She paused. If it was me, I'd make sure number 2 and 3. Wouldn't you, Thomas J? Number 2, right leg. Number 3, left. After all, when your own father drives over your legs, you should really account for both of them. Harvey has other lists, too. Lists of people he is afraid of and of the gifts that he got that he didn't want. Carly has it figured out that his problem, like her own and Thomas J's, is that he is a pinball. Pinballs don't get to settle down where they want. But under the influence of their foster parents and each other, Carly's cynicism is eclipsed by her determination to bring Harvey out of his despondency, and earnest Thomas J begins to find his own identity. Even Carly is willing to conclude that the 3 are not pinballs after all. Chapter 1. One summer, 2 boys and a girl went to a foster home to live together. One of the boys was Harvey. He had 2 broken legs. He got them when he was run over by his father's new Grand Am. The day of his accident, he was supposed to be one of the happiest of Harvey's life. He had written an essay on why I am proud to be an American and had won 3rd prize, $2. His father had promised to drive him to the meeting and watch him get the award. The winners and their parents were going to have their pictures taken for the newspaper. When the time came to go, Harvey's father had said, "What are you doing in the car?" Harvey had been sitting there waiting for 15 minutes. He was wearing a tie for the first time in his life. "Get out, Harvey. I'm late as it is." "Get out?" "Yes, get out." Harvey didn't move. He sat staring straight ahead. He said, "But this is the night that I get my award. You promised that you would take me." "I didn't promise. I said I would if I could." "No, you promised. You said that if I'd quit bugging you about it, you'd take me. You promised." He still did not look at his father. "Get out, Harvey." "No." "I am telling you for the last time, Harvey, get out. Drive me to the meeting and I'll get out." "You'll get out when I say." Harvey's father wanted to get to a poker game at the Elks Club and he was already late. "And I say you get out now." With that, the father leaned over, opened the door, and pushed Harvey out of the car. Harvey landed on his knees in the grass. He jumped to his feet. He grabbed the car door. His father had locked it. Now Harvey looked at his father. His father's face was red as if it had been turned inside out. Quickly, Harvey ran around the front of the car to try and open the other door, and when he was directly in front of the car, his father accidentally threw the car into drive instead of reverse. In the wrong gear, he'd stepped on the gas and ran over Harvey and broke both of his legs. The court had taken Harvey away from his father and put him in the foster home until such a time as the father can control his drinking and make a safe home for the boy. The second boy was Thomas J. He didn't know whom he belonged to. He was 2 years old when someone left him in front of a farmhouse like he was an unwanted puppy. The farmhouse belonged to 2 old ladies, the Benson twins, who were then 82 years old. They were the oldest living twins in the state. Every year on their birthday, they got letters of congratulations from the governor. They were exactly alike, except that one's eyes, nose, and mouth were a little bigger than the other's. They looked like matching salt and pepper shakers. Thomas J. had stayed with the twins for 6 years, and the twins had meant to take him into town to tell the authorities, but they kept putting it off. First it was because he was pleasant company, later because he was good help with the garden. When the twins broke their hips at the age of 88, Thomas J. was discovered for the first time by the authorities. No one knew who he was or where he'd come from. He was sent to the foster home until such a time as his real identity can be established or permanent adoptive parent located. The girl was Carly. She was as hard to crack as a coconut. She never said anything polite. When anyone asked her how she was, she answered, "What's it to you?" or "Bug off." Her main fun was watching television, and she even threw things at people who blocked her view. Even the dog had been hit with the TV guide when he stepped in front of the set when Sonny and Cher were singing "I Got You, Babe." Carly had had to go to the foster home because she couldn't get along with her stepfather. She had 2 stepfathers, but the new one, Russell, was the worst. He was mean to everyone in the family, but especially to Carly. He resented everything she did. He had once hit her so hard that she wouldn't tell him where she had gotten the where she had been that she'd gotten a concussion. Even with the concussion, she'd struggled to get up and hit him with a double boiler. Nobody hits me without getting hit back, she'd said before she collapsed. Carly was to stay at the foster home until the home situation stabilizes. Stabilizes? Carly had said to the social worker in charge of her case. What does that mean? It means until your mother and stepfather work out their problems. Whew, Carly said. Well, that means that I'll stay until I'm ready for the old folks' home. The first thing Carly did when she got to the foster home was pull the plastic footrest up close to the TV. Don't talk to me when Young and the Restless is on, she warned her foster mother, who was standing behind her. I just wanted to welcome you, Mrs. Mason said, and she put one hand on Carly's back. Carly shook it off. Welcome me during the commercial, she said. All right, so that's the first chapter of the Pinballs. We do have this book in the library. Have a good week, guys.